From one superstorm to the next, the North Metro has been getting buried with snow this winter.
Certainly the quantity of snow we've gotten causes problems, right, which is there's just no place to put it anymore. Cul-de-sacs are a particular problem, right? You got a lot of driveways coming into a small little area, and so there's just not as many places to put that snow.
Despite the mounds of white stuff, Centerville has not surpassed its annual snow removal budget for the 2022-23 season.
We're right in line with where we should be. A lot of it has to do with not so much the quantity, but the timing of snow events, whether they're on weekends, are they requiring us to come in overnight. I think we're pretty well equipped to handle and not make a snowstorm here any different than the impact in a larger town.
Each year, Centerville budgets for plenty of snow, just in case the flakes keep falling.
I won't say we budget for the worst case scenario, but we budget for a pretty conservatively bad snow year.
The city has stopped using sand on roads, but Centerville does order 100 tons of salt a year. However, the city is cutting back on salt use.
In general, we're using a lot less salt than we did probably 20, 30 years ago, but we think that we have a good handle on it. We're just using it a lot smarter now. We're usually just using salt now at intersections and in extreme cases where we need to try to get something to melt.
When the snow does come down, Centerville's plows spring into action.
We have a fleet of 2 large ones, a 1 ton, and then 2 smaller ones. And if it's crisis mode, we have 4 folks that are out there doing the plowing.
According to Mark Stotts, the city's goal is to keep streets clear and neighborhood residents happy.
We certainly are striking a balance between plowing all the time so that we have our streets nice and clear, and realizing that every time we plow, a resident has to come out and shovel the end of their driveway. And so we don't want to do that 3-4 times a day, but at the same time we want to keep our streets as clear as we can.
Another challenge for Centerville is ice.
We had a couple of storms here where we've had sort of rain move into snow, and that's of course just a worst case scenario because you get a layer of ice underneath that snow, and you clear the snow only to find a slippery road.
These truly are the dog days of winter, and Stotts says people need to be patient with snowplow operators and give them as much space as possible.
One of the things that was an eye-opener for me was to take a ride-along on a snowplow. And if you've ever done that, you'll have a much different appreciation for how difficult snowplowing is. A lot of times you're plowing in the dark, and you can't see what's directly in front of you because the plow is so large and you're up on top of that truck.